Guys, how's it going? It's Al. Week 10 is over on DraftKings, so we're going to take a look back at the NFL DFS week and go over everything that I did on the week. We're going to take a look at best buys and go player for player, see what I got right, what I got wrong, where I was wrong, what did I do wrong, like what was the mistake there, and how can we do better moving forward. We'll take a look at my cash game lineup on the week. I made a 2v2 mistake and it cost me everything. I feel like Thanos at the end of the movie. What did it cost you? We're also going to look at the Millionaire Maker. We're going to take a look at my picks on Underdog for the weekend and Rainmakers and the top 10 finishers from last week's Listener League. So buckle up, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notifications bell, leave me a reply down below, let me know how you did, and let's go.
He's a legend.
The Listener League is posted for week 11. It's an 11-game slate, and we have a 4,000-person Listener League this week. $40,000 in prizes, $10 to enter, and the only way that you can get in is through smizzle.tv/links. It's right down below in the pinned comment. Do me a favor, go down to the pinned comment, drop a like on the pinned comment to let me know that you see it, because I don't think people actually see it. If you're on mobile, click expand on the comments, you'll see it. It's right there. This direct link that will take you to the Listener League so you can get in. $10 to enter, 3 max, $40,000 in prize pool, no rake whatsoever. Let's fill this one. Let's see if we can fill it early like we were doing earlier in the season. I will shout out the winners next week on this exact video, so subscribe to the channel so that you can get there. Let's take a look over at Best Buys. This is my ESPN Plus article. The link for this is also in the link tree every week. It comes out on Thursday morning. Hey, look at there. We got somebody on the cover that did well this week, so this might be a good sign. Patrick Mahomes, I'll take a smash for that. Get the smashes flowing in the chat. 26 of 35, 331 yards, 4 touchdowns, ran for 39 yards, 35.1 DraftKings points. Absolute smash on Patrick Mahomes. Tua Tagovailoa did very well. He's fine. Not a smash, but he was fine. 285 yards, 3 touchdowns, 23.4 points. Again, fine. Not a smash. Justin Fields, though, he was a smash. He is still the clear quarterback one in fantasy since like week 6 at this point. He's been ridiculous, mostly because of what he's doing with his legs, like breaking all sorts of records. No quarterback has ever had 2 60-yard touchdowns in one season. No, he's doing things on the ground that no quarterback has ever done before in a single season. Only threw for 167 and 2 touchdowns. Everything basically just went to Cole Kmet. Ran the ball 13 times for 147 and 2 touchdowns, 43.38 DraftKings points. More smashes in the chat, please. Trevor Lawrence, he was fine, not thrilling. Completed 29 of 40 for 259, 2 touchdowns. Ran the ball for 26 yards, 20.96 DraftKings points. He was fine. Not an L, but not a smash. Saquon Barkley, 26 DraftKings points. He's a smash. 35 carries. For 152 and a touchdown. Caught 1 ball. 26 DraftKings points. I'll take a smash there. Josh Jacobs, I'll take a smash here too. 21, 78, 1 touchdown. Caught 6 balls on 8 targets. 29 opportunities. 22.6 DK points. Smash. Travis Etienne turned out to be an L on the week. Yeah, they threw him the ball more than they had the last couple of weeks. He still only got 3 targets in this game that they were trailing the entire time. Figure it out, Jaguars. Throw the kid the ball more, please. 11 carries, 45 yards, as predicted, as they were not going to be in a running game script this week. So you'd think that they would throw it to their running back probably as much as they, every other team throws it to their running backs in 2022 when they're playing from behind. Nope. Only 3 targets for him. Even Ken Walker got like 8 or 9 targets this week in Germany. Do we have to send Jacksonville to Germany to get some targets for ETN Jr.? 10.3 DraftKings points. I'll take that L. That's fine. Tony Pollard, I had labeled as the wait and see play of the week. We waited, we saw, and he scored 24.8 DraftKings points. 6 targets, 22 carries. Tony Pollard can't handle a really big workload. 28 opportunities, y'all. 24.8 DraftKings points. Scored a touchdown on the ground as well. He's a smash as well. Dameon Pierce, had to mention him because he was going to be really highly played, but he is dependent on getting you 100 yards and dependent on getting you a touchdown. He's fine. 13.2 DraftKings points. Didn't kill you. 17 carries, 94 yards. Just missed the bonus. Caught 2 of 3 balls for 28. Moving on to the wide receivers. Tyreek Hill missed, but he did score a touchdown. Like, it's not ideal for 9,100, but there were other plays that missed as well. Hopefully you did not play Tyreek Hill in cash, but I believe you could have gotten there with Tyreek. I think a lot of the lineups that cashed, at least in high stakes, had Tyreek Hill in those lineups. They paid for Tyreek Hill instead of paying for Saquon Barkley. And it worked out because they went with 2 tight ends this week. So he only had 15.4, caught 5 of 6 balls, only 44 yards, and 1 touchdown, as basically all the other players outside of Waddle and Hill caught touchdown. Ingold had a touchdown. Trent Sherfield had a touchdown. Like anybody, it was no name day apparently in Miami. Amari Cooper reared his ugly head once again. 3 catches on 3 targets, 32 yards, 6.2 DraftKings points. I'll take that L, but I'll take a win here. Get those smash emotes flowing once again for Christian Kirk in the chat. 34.5. I said 34.5 DraftKings points. 9 catches on 12 targets, 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. Wan'Dale Robinson sucked. But like at some point, I keep going back, like somebody's got to catch the ball for New York, right? But like, nope, nobody has to catch the ball for New York. Caught 2 balls on 2 targets for 20 yards, had 7 air yards on the day. 7. Horrible. Also ran for a loss of 5, so he had 3.5 DraftKings points. That sucked. Donovan Peoples-Jones did not suck, but was very close to having a really big day, as he had multiple end zone targets that he could not connect on. I think he got at least 1, maybe 2 DPIs in the end zone, and ended with 99 yards on the day. He had 9 targets. Major win at his price point this week, 14.9 DraftKings points, and it could have been a massive W. Was over 20% in the Millionaire Maker, something I did not think that he was going to be. So, like, I don't know anymore. I don't know. Travis Kelce, 20.1 DraftKings points, had a really good day. 6 balls were caught, 7 targets, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Greg Dulcich, he's on a milk carton somewhere. I got to not play Denver Broncos pass catchers that aren't named Cortland Sutton ever. 1 catch on 4 targets for 11 yards, 2.1 DraftKings points, just not enough. Dalton Schultz was a smash. Caught 6 of 8, headed his way for 54 and a touchdown, 17.4 DraftKings points. Saints D had 7, Cardinals D had 8. Both were just kind of fine. Here was my cash game lineup. I mentioned that I had a 2v2 that I messed up. I did not cash in this. There was a large train right here. You see friend of the program, Maki Supa, all these guys, right? They went with double tight end. They had Morrow here. They had Dulcich there. I said they had Tyreek Hill. They did not play Saquon Barkley, who I couldn't get up to in the lineup that I ended up on, unfortunately. And I should have, because that's where I was all week. I ended up having 300 left. I wanted to have the Cardinals D in there. I came off of the Vikings at 2,200 once Josh Allen was active. So did many people, 63% played. If I had stayed with them at 2,200, I would have had Saquon in here instead for whatever he had, 26 points. That defense had 15 points, would have performed a little bit better at the very least in this very same offense with Justin Fields and everything else. I had Mac Hollins. He busted as well. So again, that just kind of sucked. Nothing I could do there. I made a mistake in a 2v2, cost me that 50-50. My Millionaire Maker lineups, I did a whole lot of things different this week because, as I said all week last week, I hated the last week's slate. I typically play like 6 to 8 quarterbacks and double stack through them. I played 4 quarterbacks this week because I hated everything. I played Patrick Mahomes, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields with different stacking rules where I didn't have to stack, but I was correlating outside of him. I would allow for a wide receiver with him, but I was not forcing one. My correlation was if Justin Fields was in the lineup, I had to play Detroit players with him. So I was essentially using Fields as a road to a secondary stack and then stacking around somewhere else. And who was the last quarter? Oh, Tua. Yeah, Tua double stacks for me every week. So that was where I went. I had 40% Pollard. Had no idea that he was going to be 26% because of the fact that it was not a known thing. I had Treylon Burks instead of as one of the 20% guys that I was looking for value from. Did not have Christian Watson, and I should have found my way to him, and I'm upset that I didn't. So that kind of sucked for me. Like there's just no value under 4,500 right now very often, especially not under 4K on DraftKings this year. They've really tightened the screws on the wide receiver pricing. So to me, it feels like a massive miss to have not had any Christian Watson in my lineups with the absence of Dobbs. Not that I'm saying I would have predicted 3 touchdowns. I'm saying I would have predicted greater than 6 targets from him, and I just missed. I completely whiffed on that one myself, so that sucks for me. My best lineup, though, Mahomes double stack, kind of a game stack here. It allowed for 2 bring back plays in this game with Kirk and Zay Jones. Burks did absolutely nothing. Pollard, Jacobs, and that was the top lineup that I had with 180 points in that. Looking at Rainmakers, had a really solid day in Rainmakers. So like lost in regular DFS, won in Rainmakers. This basically has been my year, right? I lose money playing high stakes in the $1,500 game changer. I'm doing fine in 50-50. Like I'm ahead on cash games this year, but like just have not cashed once this week in this year in high stakes through 10 weeks, which is so absolutely stunning because I have a career like 25% win rate, cash rate in high stakes. So to not cash one time in 10 weeks in the 1,500, like it's baffling how bad I've run and how bad I've played, or however it is this year. So a couple of lineups ended up winning. I had this one cashed for 300. Had Mac Hollins in it, but Aaron Jones did well. Devontae Adams caught a touchdown. This one did pretty well. This was I have this stuff left over. I would not have expected that Cooper Kupp was going to be the weak link in this lineup with Fields, Jacobs, Moore, and Aaron Jones. Saquon Barkley had to play down off of Rainmakers because of the bye weeks and everything else. That one did not cash. I have a great lineup for him in week 11 for that week. 300 here in this one, and so on and so forth. My Mahomes stacks are just money printers for me every single week, with Travis Kelce now ripped to Juju Smith-Schuster, who took a bad hit in that game. So Rainmakers remains extremely profitable for me. Taking a look over at Underdog, I hit one of the 3 pick'ems that I picked last week, where we picked them very stupidly with just hires. I did go 9-2 in props. When you're playing them parlayed together, you really have to hit to make it worth your while. I was profitable in them. McCaffrey, Herbert, Eckler in the late game. This one cashed like midway through the third quarter. Easy cash. Easy. This one we needed Waddle to catch a touchdown. He did not catch a touchdown. Went 3 of 4 there, and 3 of 4 in this one. Needed Tyreek to have a bigger day. He did not have a bigger day. Jeff Wilson over 41.5 feels like stealing. And DPJ over 3.5 felt like stealing last week as well. We were highlighting those all throughout the week in the content last week. Cage match. I lost the cage match, so I got to donate some money to No Kid Hungry. I think we played for $100 last week, myself and JJ. Congratulations to JJ Zacharyson, the late round quarterback. He had Fields, Barkley, Cook. They all went off. He had Christian Kirk, who was the key. This was the guy I wanted as a bring back play to the Mahomes Kelce stack that I was going to play in that lineup. I did not get him, and it made all of the difference because I went with ETN, who was the best play that I had left at price. Got a lot out of Devin Singletary, but didn't quite get there. And so then taking a look at the Listener League. Here's the Listener League from last week. Congratulations to Napalm Rain, who went with Justin Fields, Pollard, Barkley, CeeDee Lamb had a monster day, Christian Kirk, Sutton, Higbee, Valdez Scantling, and the Vikings defense. This is the way that like DraftKings kind of wants you to play this year, and it's worked for him. Congratulations to Napalm. Robert Coriston, congratulations on second. MX Mike, Honey Badger DFS, Of the Mill, had a Dak Prescott double stack. Here we go. Dak Prescott double stack, brought it back with Watson. That's kind of a sick. If he had a lot of this in tournaments, he probably did very well in larger field stuff. Carl's, Summit 19, Quill Harper, E Barger, and E Rizak or Erizak. I don't know. Or E Rizak. Oh, it's like E-Rock. I get it. I get it. I got it, chat. I got there eventually. Congratulations to everybody. Yeah, Summit 1G. Look at there. We got Summit 1G in the SmizzGang Listener League. How awesome is that? Thank you guys for watching. Look out for another video right there.
He's a legend.